Alrighty, where were we? I believe we just fought a lot of cultists. Yeah, sure did. And we had done so, I think, well, almost without losing anyone. Didn't we? I think we got attacked by one of the guards for some reason. And did they? I forget. Did our guys go this way? Should double checked what was going on. Now I've. Oof. Oh, okay, they did go this way. Hey, how's everyone doing? Of course, the building's crumbling, so let's go to the third floor. Surely that'll be safer. Leave anything interesting behind? We'll take that. Masterwork. It's gotta take scrolls and masterworks. Crossbows, daggers, leather, all those classic entry-level materials. Oh, there's some good stuff here. How did I miss these? Maybe there were some all those guys I didn't finish looting them last time, maybe? Whoa, how did I take both those? I do that. Sure, we'll take the scales, why not? I don't need that. See, clearly safe the higher we go. That was just a weird kind of cut, though. That was... Alrighty.
What's this? Do we have guests? Just in time. The place is a bit of a mess, and I haven't even poured the blood into the goblets yet. Why don't you... Oh!
Oh?
What an unexpected surprise!
Yeah.
Staunton, my little sweetheart. Long time no see. I've missed you so much. Have you missed me? Admit it. You missed me terribly.
Get it? Long time no see?
Minago. You again, you wench!
Minago, the one who... Be careful. She's one of the deadliest creatures in the whole demon horde. She was once responsible for a massacre in Canabras. She must be back to finish what she started.
That's that second response. Oh. I definitely would do that if I was playing like any other character. Yeah, do you know this one?
Does he know me? Staunton, darling. Tell them all how close we were.
That wench? She's the one who led me astray. She's the reason my life has gone to the abyss. She's the reason why Dresden fell.
Hey, I'm trying to read the lore here. Well, I want to find out what Dresden is. Not as a city fortress during the hubris of the First Mendevian Crusade, Dresden was overtaken by the demonic hordes of the Worldwound, and now stands as a demonic monument to the foolish naivete of those early crusaders.
Oh my, like butter wouldn't melt. What I remember is how eagerly you would run to our trysts, how you begged to see me again, how you promised you'd do anything I asked. By your own free will, you said this. And now you claim that Dresden fell because of me. No, my dear. That was entirely your own doing.
I'll beat your lying lips into your filthy throat!
I mean, that's a solid response. It's a very dwarven response, I would imagine.
Now, Staunton, don't say things like that. Not about these lips, the ones you kissed so sweetly. Staunton, dearest, don't you love me anymore? Remember how good we were together? I was so hoping that we could patch things up.
I was not expecting to get into the midst of romantic friction in the midst of the building collapsing around us. But you know, you gotta make time for little things. Also, what are these guys? I wonder what they are.
I'll kill you!
Okay, well, that's a measured response.
Here comes trouble.
And we're back to the trope of, you know, if they just stuck around for like, you know, 2-3 rounds, they could just kill the hero. Or maybe they still will. Alright, Lon, hey. Oh, Abercondilu, okay. I don't know the emphasis on the syllables. Yeah, I mean, you're the hates mirror demon. Only we had some mirrors. Alright, we should shoot. Actually, wait, what level was that? Oh, 5 outsider. Oof. I want to get rid of stuff that can buff and things like that. What level's Earbeth? What level are you? Can I see? Level 6. Hey, that'd be solid. Thela, you can't actually reach anything to... Okay, let's charge. I'll try to assist this right flank here. Well, okay. Okay, let's ward. I'm remembering now. It's all coming together. And then just kind of move right here. It's all coming together. Enter. I remember how to play this. It hasn't been like 4 or 5 days or something. Oh, don't stinking clap. No. I don't want to be nauseated. Stop. It's right, finally Revik's turn. What can Revik do? He's nauseated. Is he nauseated? Or did he actually... I think he succeeded. Yeah, he succeeded because I can attack. Let's go! Okay. Ooh, just 2-2 so far. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, we need to get Lon out of the cloud. To make sure he doesn't get nauseated. Who still has a turn? This guy still has a turn. Let's see if we can make him not have a turn.
Every strike count.
Not quite. She's level 6, she gets 2 attacks. And that thing gets too many attacks.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
The Inheritor did guided nothing. Seela. Can she get in there and... Oh no, she's nauseated. Get her out of here for now.
I'm gonna try this again.
Oh, what a surprise. Revik is down. They had like 6 targets. No, Revik. Okay, you have a turn and you have a turn. Dump the sharpshooter. I don't like how I don't get to tell him who to shoot for the second attack. No, why are you spreading damage? Finish off the one.
To the fray.
I am gonna hit nothing this whole combat. Oh, nice. Now that was some damage.
You won't
Gonna
survive.
take down the sharpshooter. Yeah, yeah, sharpshooter is down. Can confirm. Well, why is the sound freaking out? Oh, weird. Oh, I should have had her take a fiber.
This pain is excruciating.
Okay, let's try and get this one to stop killing. Okay, yep. Oh my god, Lon.
You are lacking.
You are protagonist. Yeah, I know he landed a critical hit. I was there. Do you not see that? At least I would like to. I would like to. Oh no, I don't want the light crossbow. Oh, we have a light crossbow now.
Beautiful.
We will win this war.
Okay, lay on hands. I need to get Revok healed up, so you know he can die again. Just how it goes. And we'll throw one on Amelia. And we'll say that's probably fine.
Let's see what we can
In
do.
fact, we'll save real quick, because it's that fine. It's so fine. I want this to be our default state. Y'all just gonna stare at it now?
Got the
I thought, you know, hitting that mobility thing would have some sort of transition. Okay. It might as well just be an area transition. As soon as you step into the chamber, your vision seems to darken in your knees. Okay, what is going on with the audio? It's gonna drive me crazy. Your vision seems to darken, your knees buckle. You struggle to keep your balance. The air in here is laden with the power coming from the stone. Suddenly, your head is filled with voices, screaming, whispering, cackling, threatening voices, pleading for help, shrieking curses and taunts. You blink, and the illusion passes.
Congratulations. You made it all the way here. This is it. Your precious ward stone. But what are you planning to do now, I could kill you where you stand. But wouldn't it be nice if you could die in battle like heroes? No. I want you to die in despair, scrabbling around like rats in
Had to think about that.
ruins of your city, blind and broken, your flesh scabbed and seeping, and every moment knowing precisely what was done to you.
How could this backfire for her?
sounds terrifying. Except that's how we've been living for generations.
Ah, got her.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations of the abyss. Even a stone can be turned. I'm not joking. Your precious ward stone, weakened from the injury inflicted by Discari, has almost succumbed to my charms. Soon the whole barrier around the world wound, the gift of your useless goddess, will be a weapon of the abyss. Just a little more, and boom. Every city with one of these eyesores stuck in the middle of it, from Canabras to Nerosian, will turn into smoking craters, and all the mortals into red sludge beneath our hooves.
Damn. She's stone cold.
So you have a choice. Especially you, my pet. Kiss me on my dainty hoof. Pledge your loyalty to Baphomet. And when the world falls, its ruins shall be yours.
Let's find out who. Well, I guess we'll just ask who she is and not necessarily find out.
You've already forgotten me. You mortals have awfully short memories. Even shorter than your little lives. Staunton, sweetums. Don't you want to introduce me to your friends properly? No? Well, I'd better do it myself. I am Minago, Lily II and faithful servant of Baphomet, and leader of his armies. The city is mine now. I'm just starting to settle in, get things just how I like them. But once I'm finished, I promise you, the results will be simply to die for.
She's painting the town red. Lulutu, is that like a kind of demon? They enjoy fewer things when they mortals into all manners of sinful. Okay, yes, she's basically a temptation demon kind of thing. Yeah. Okay.
And it was such a charming little place until you sullied it with your presence. It had such lovely boulevards, quiet and shaded. You took those away from me, and I shan't forgive you for that.
Yeah, for the boulevards.
They've done much worse things than spoil the promenades. All the people they've killed.
Yes, yes, of course, you're right. I grieve for the common folk as well.
You feel righteous fury swell within you. How dare this demon besmirch the ground of this beautiful world with her hooves, overcreated by the gods and cultivated by mortals? And these cultists, how dare they betray all that is sacred in this world and join the forces of the foulest evil? Can they repent and redeem themselves, or have they followed the path of evil past the point of no return? The wardstone seems to sense your thoughts. The chamber grows slightly brighter. I mean, we're gonna go like full good guy. So we'll try and save who we can. People like pancakes. They got two sides. It's a solid analogy. Your victory celebrations are a little premature, demon. Echoing the holy flame erupting from your hand. The light also gets brighter and brighter until it floods the chamber. You hear the voices again, stronger now. They repeat your words like a choir of angels. You performed an action that was good. Takes a little away from the, you know, the intense narrative there.
Hey, no eyes! Didn't you tell us that heaven had turned its back on us and no one would come to our aid?
Yeah, don't listen to her. She doesn't even have eyes. She can't even see what she's doing.
Done with this shit! I only followed this hoofed menace because I thought the Crusaders had it, and there was no other way to protect my family. But now I see that there is hope. I won't bow before these heinous idols ever again. If they kill me, at least I'll die a decent death.
You should come over here before ripping into your demon boss. Because at least then there's a little bit of distance, you know?
Yes! Return to our side, friends! Have courage! We will welcome you back. And heaven never abandoned you, no matter what this deceiver told you.
Turncoat, I'll cut out your heart.
We'll see how tough you really are. We let you frighten us once, but it won't happen again.
Yeah.
We're gonna rest after this fight.
Rise up. Oh, we're actually throwing down with her right now? Oh. Those are not stats I wanted to see. I assume there's gonna be a narrative development. That's a lot going on right there. Out of curiosity, how long is her oh, her immunity? I thought her immunity might be longer than that. She's immune to petrified. That's interesting. And death. So she's already better put together than, like, what was it? Mephistopheles and Hordes of the Underdark. Ward, you know what? Ward Revok, please. The poor guy just gets bullied a lot. Gotta go save him. Yeah, give him the bonk. Be a little more into the action here. Ah. Yeah. Don't worry, I worked that part out. Gotcha. Let's go up and try to... You know what? Why not? Go, Revok, go! You can do it! I was waiting for him to roll 20. Would have been amazing. Oh, wow, that was less than amazing. Can I reach anything with a charge? Oh, just out of charge range. Alright, Seela, let's get you over here to assist. And Lon, you just start picking people off.
Make every strike count.
Alrighty. Oh. I don't think we're gonna save either of these people who try to turn back to our side. Nope, definitely not. Is something supposed to be happening? Like, do something? Ah, there we go.
I'm tired of playing around now. You want to know what will happen when I'm done with the Wardstone? Here's a little demonstration.
Well, here's a little song I wrote. The demoness whispers a spell, and a wave of darkness sweeps through the chamber. Your companions wince in pain, but it is nothing compared to what you feel. Thousands of voices once again burst into your mind, drowning you in their moans, screams, and sobs. Pain rocks through your skull. I have the Force. Yeah, they won't stop a righteous army.
Iomedae is with us!
Yes, yes. Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, she keeps telling everyone else that. The roar of voices blends into an unbearable wall of screaming. Your vision goes dark. It actually is getting quite loud. I don't know how loud I got. I really didn't watch my audio to see if I was... Hopefully it wasn't too bad for you guys.
Praise Iomedae, you woke up. Healing your wounds was easy, but you were unconscious for so long, I was starting to worry we'd lost you.
Okay, so let's review. We started the game pretty much unconscious and on a stretcher. We then spent all of 4 minutes exploring town before almost falling unconscious again as the ground opened up and swallowed us. We then spent a knight unconscious. At least this time it was intentional. In the mongrel village. And then we're unconscious again. Our character has, like, slept through half the story at this point. Did we win?
Sadly, no.
Yeah, well, not with that attitude.
We couldn't stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong. It's all right. We'll handle it somehow. You blacked out, but Staunton and I managed to get you here to the Defender's Heart. It used to be a tavern, but now it's our headquarters. We're gathering our forces here, and we're preparing to strike back.
Hey, yeah, let's tell them they're holed up in the Tower of
Demons
Estrad.
have been filling Canabras with their spies and infiltrators for a long time. Unfortunately, I don't have enough people to attack the place right now. At least not blindly. I'd be grateful if you snuck in there and scouted out the situation. But just scouting. Don't be a hero.
I mean, scouting can make you a hero, too. Let's not, you know, let's not crap on scouting. It's super handy. What's the situation?
Bad, but not hopeless. We're constantly getting news, and new sources of resistance keep springing up in the districts where everyone seemed to be dead. The survivors are gathering here. You should see them. Their faces, their eyes burning with determination. The city is destroyed, but our resistance is not broken. We will keep fighting.
So, were they just really good at hiding, or are we really bad at information gathering if the districts seem like everyone was dead and we have people just coming out of them all over the place? What do you plan to do next?
You heard what the demon said. They're going to desecrate the Wardstone and blow up the whole barrier around the World Wound. That would be an even worse disaster than the World Wound's expansion before the Second Crusade. Not only Canabras, but every city with a Wardstone will be destroyed, including the capital. We can't allow that no matter what. We will retake it, even destroy it if we must. Iomede's gift must not become a weapon of the Abyss.
Alright, how can I help?
First of all, we need to decide what to do with the stone once we get it. What I'm about to say is classified. A traveler came to the city recently. A blind elf calling himself the Storyteller. He insisted he be allowed to examine the Wardstone, and he raised the alarm when his study was finished. Even before the demon attack, he had found some damage or flaw in the stone.
These GM self-inserts, am I right? Just the Storyteller? Come on, put some effort into it.
Prelate Hulrune dismissed his words as nonsense, borderline blasphemy. But between you and me, the Prelate's opinion isn't worth much. I think the Storyteller knew what he was talking about. We could use his advice right now, if only we knew where he was. I remember the Storyteller spent a lot of time talking to Staunton, a dwarf from my unit. You saw him during the demon attack. The elf asked him about the history of the Crusades. Maybe the Storyteller told Staunton something about where we could find him if anything happened. There's another problem. After the attack, the demons began to gather their forces at the Grey Garrison. It'll be even harder to take them with a head-on assault. But I once heard soldiers talking about a secret entrance to the garrison. Trouble is, I have no idea where to look for it. While you explore the city, please keep your eyes open, in case you find something we can use.
Why would you want a secret entrance to the garrison? That seems like it could definitely be a double-edged sword when Infiltrator comes in and just sets the place on fire or something. I mean, come on.
One last thing. The Eagle Watch has lost a lot of soldiers recently. Some were killed, but others simply haven't been seen since the attack. In the chaos that is now Canabras, it's next to impossible to confirm anything for sure. One of the missing fighters is Janna Aldori, a new recruit in the Watch. She got along well with Seele, and she often went drinking with her. I honestly thought Seele and Janna had died together. But now Seele's returned with you, and there's no sign of Janna. If you learn anything of her whereabouts when you're out in the city, please report back. May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that Canabras still hasn't fallen. If you come across any groups in the city that can fight, send them here to the Defender's Heart. We'll need every fighter we can muster for the final assault. Yes, one more thing. If you're in the area, check out this address. It's our house. Mine and Anevia's. Well, it was our house. If the building is still standing, open the hidden compartment in the kitchen. It's filled with supplies for a rainy day. You can take whatever you find. You have more need of it.
I mean, I assume you'll be doing stuff too. I'm not like the only person going out, right? Well, at least Revik is back at full health for the first time forever. There gotta be so much crap. I like the music though. I mean, look at that, we got fucking everyone here. We got Eagle Watch Crusader, Noble Survivor, Crusader, everyone's favorites. Hey wait, mind if I bend your ear about something? Nevi is outside your door, leaning casually against a shelf. So here's the first and most important thing. Beth gave you a crucial mission, I get that. I know you'll get the job done. I saw you in action. You saw Revik in action and you're convinced he's gonna get the job done? Okay. He roundhoused that centipede once, I guess. But here's the rub. By sending you out on an errand, we're weakening our defenses here. If they come at us while you're gone, I don't know if we'll be able to fight them off. Yeah, what do you want to discuss? So, the rift that damned Beetle left with its scythe, yeah, well, it cut the city into two, and it's kind of difficult to get across. My scouts tell me there's a halfway decent place to set up a crossing in Market Square. Not that any of them tried it to make sure, but if you've got a mind to go across, and I think you're going to have to eventually, you might want to give the square a once-over. Okay. When do you think they'll attack next? Your guess is as good as mine. It might not be here. They could attack the whole damn city. Those vermin know they've lost the upper hand and they're going to push back hard. If things kick off here, you should know. After they attack, some things could be changed beyond recognition. So if you've got any business that needs taken care of, you'd better do it soon. Alright, see you later. Later. Watch yourself out there. Let's just talk to everyone. Amelia looks you over pensively, toying with the snake-shaped bone amulet that dangles from her pale neck. Noticing your glance, she flashes you a cold, barely there smile. Greetings. It seems for a moment that she wants to say something else, but the pause grows too long and she slips back into cautious silence. Much more relaxed during combat, your battle cries are uninhibited. Yeah, let's do that one. She blushes slightly, lowers her eyes. So you've noticed. To be honest, I find it embarrassing. You see, being a shaman means having spirits of battle as my ever-present companions. In the heat of combat, they become rather, vocal. Where did you learn to wield a rapier? I had good teachers, although they don't get all the credit. I am a most diligent student, Camellia licks her parched lips. Speech tells me you are of noble birth. Hey, I got that background as noble. Camellia laughs her practiced musical laugh as she watches you from under lowered lashes. You're most insightful, a fine quality to have. Camelia's laughter ends and unspoken words hang in the silence. But what words? We're such a noble and beautiful lady. Sure, why not? Not at all. Our conversation is an exquisite delight. Camellia forwards you a brief, friendly smile and appreciation of your manners. Let's ask her about her amulet. Ah, my little trinket. It's so nice of you to notice. I assure you, this amulet is nothing but a bauble. Can a lady not be drawn to beautiful, useless things? Hey, that's me! We'll talk later. Oh yeah, hey, we got... What's Worm got to say? 1,000 gold coins for you, just as promised. You helped me get back to the surface, and I duly paid you for escorting me. Horgus Gwyrm always keeps his word. Now, speaking of our future cooperation, speaking, I can do it. Horgus looks at you with unvarnished disapproval, his arms folded across his chest, his foot tapping impatiently. I have a job that would be perfect for someone like you. Naturally, I'll pay generously for your services. What do you mean, a job for someone like me? Or adventurer ready to sell their soul for booze and then lie down drunk in a gutter? Or do you think you're somehow different? A traveling knight, perhaps noble of heart without a coin to your name? I have so many. You just gave me a bunch of coins. Horgus, go home, you're drunk. Horgus sizes you up quickly, then sighs and shrugs. You seem a reliable enough ally to me, and you did get me out of those mongrel caves. So why should I care what you do with my money once you've got it? Aha! Perception check. Horgus seems like one of those people who think the entire world owes them something. However, you hear notes of hysteria beneath his smug arrogance, as though he's really quite nervous but taking great pains to conceal it. Yeah, refrain from such statements in the future. Horgus puts his hands on his hips. Oh really? How impudent. No one dares tell Horgus Gwyrm how to address the rabble. Dude, this rabble will kick you in the shin, or miss, judging on history so far. I might be able to hit Horgus. What's Horgus's AC? I can't see you. What's the job involved? You shall be my bodyguard. You see, I have good reason to return to my mansion here in Kenebris. I still have... It doesn't matter, it's none of your business. My mansion is a breathtaking building with a large garden in the wealthy part of the city. Even before the demons attacked, every thief and fraudster in the city had tried to get inside one way or another. I shudder to imagine the state it's in now. I have little hope that my guards were able to hold the mansion during the attack, and I expect that the servants fled when they saw the demons. Only Adabar knows what happens there since. Therefore, I ask that you meet me at my mansion and guard me there until I complete my business. I already asked the local paladins for help, but they've no desire to set foot outside this tavern. Damn cowards and traitors, that's what they are. Also, please do take Camellia with you. I trust that girl more than the rest of your gang. She is a noble birth after all. Dude, my background is as a noble. Sure. Marvelous, most excellent. Horgus's face relaxes, smoothing a few of the tense lines. I'll proceed to my mansion at once and wait for you there. Meanwhile, you needn't worry. I know the city like the back of my hand, but do hurry unless you want me to lower your reward. Dude, I don't care. Also, he wants me to be a bodyguard, but he's fine just going through the city streets like it's not super dangerous right now. Freaking lunatic. Let's go talk to Staunton. The wharf resembles an abandoned citadel, one whose high, crumbling walls are still holding fast, but whose empty, lightless windows make it clear that all inside is dead. Should it not be are dead? Lightless windows make it clear that all inside... Yeah, I thought it should be are dead. Oh, it's you. Good work back there in Grey Garrison. Name's Staunton Vane. If you've heard rumors about me, his face, which looks like it has never known anything as carefree as a smile, grimaces. Just so you know, everything people say about me, it's true. Okay, well, I'm not gonna bother you about that. In all of my experience with you, you seem like an upstanding dwarf. So, you know, let's just talk about the storyteller. The storyteller, Staunton strokes his beard in thought. A strange old fellow, that one. He used to sit with me for hours, asking about all sorts of things. He never offered judgment or comfort, he just listened. At first, I wanted him and his questions as far away from me as possible. But later I realized that talking to him did ease my burden a little. I hope he is alive and well. He's completely blind, and feeble too, so if he's alone in the city, well, you probably know what that means. I do know one place he might be. Look for him in the Black Wing, the library. Here, I'll show you where it is on the map. I don't know what use a library is to a blind elf, but he loved the place. He would sit there day and night. I have to go. Alright, okay, we got Crusader. You can go watch Crusader. And Kenebris Crusader. Are they like from different... What makes the Crusader different from this one? Just kind of a wandering one? Hey, I don't know who you are. Wait. Is this like a halfling? Yeah, I think it's a halfling. It's like, apparently this halfling or gnome is not a citizen. Generic NPC names are great. Oh, that's a hefty crusader. Who are you? Let's see what Sela's up to. I expect her and I will probably get along throughout this story. Sela smiles at you warmly. Hey there! During that march through the dungeon, we never got the chance to exchange a proper greeting. It's high time I shake your hand. Let's learn about Sela. Where are you from? I'm a little bit from Geb, a little bit from Katapesh, but mostly from the Knights of Iomedae. I was accepted and began my training at 14. I've walked through the ranks more than I belong to any other place. What made you become a paladin? Sela's gaze sharpens momentarily, then she sighs. It's a serious question, and a good one. You should ask it of your companions, but it's a long story. To start with, 12 years ago, I was nothing like the person I am now. I roamed the streets of Solku with the other homeless orphans. I stole, I fought, I was hired as a sword for a bit. I was a hired sword for it, but not hired as a sword. That would be odd. Not the proper origin for a paladin, is it? I don't think paladins have like a proper origin. Like in fantasy stories, and this could be like actual player characters otherwise. You don't see a lot of like well-known paladins that were like, oh yeah, I'm just paladin. Probably because people don't find that to be an overly interesting character, but you know, there's no proper origin for a paladin. Back then, Solku was a city of orphans, widows, and widowers. Well, I mean, a lot of that can be solved with one solution. Gnolls decimated the city regularly. My parents were among their victims. People there heard about new deaths before they'd finished mourning their previous losses. One day, a group of Knights of Iomedae brought a glimmer of hope to the city. While others saw them as saviors and protectors, I was busy pricing up their noble horses and their gleaming mithril armor, wondering just how much one of their pretty swords would fetch. A thief lives one day at a time, that's what they say. I was the type that never thought past the next job. Anyhow, I was able to sneak into the Knights' camp and steal one of their mithril helms. Sela pauses, her voice sad and measured. And I was right there when a gnoll attacked the helm's owner. Akame? Asimi? I don't know. Was her name, and dealt a blow to her unprotected head. A gnoll, like all those others, she'd fiercely driven off from the gates of Solku. That one blow was fatal. But who was really to blame for her death? The gnoll attacker or the young thief named Sela? You couldn't have known the consequences. I couldn't, but I knew full well I was committing a crime, and I targeted someone who came to help my city in time of trouble. There are times, Revik, when you can't hide behind, I didn't know. Well, yeah, there's a lot of like vertical letters, so you really want like maybe the N you can hide behind or the W. Let me just ruin all sense of emotional investiture in that story. But you were asking what brought me into the ranks of Iomedae's warriors. We all choose the paladin's path for our own reasons. Some are guided by nobility of spirit, some by desire to fight injustice. I became who I am through penance and a debt unpaid. The day Asimi died protecting my city, I wanted to kill myself for the terrible guilt I felt. But then I realized it wouldn't make the world any better. I decided that instead I'd try to take her place. I'd become who she had been and protect the innocence that she would no longer be able to protect. That's a pretty solid... That's a pretty solid backstory. Let's not bother her all day. There are demons. Yes, Janna. Let's ask about Janna. Irabeth is worried about her fighters. I understand that. I wanted to look for Janna myself, so I didn't distract you. But since you're in this too, I could use some help. Janna and I met in Knebris a few days ago and just hit it off. We went drinking together, we went to that unforgettable celebration together too, but we got separated in the crowd. So we should start looking from the main square. That's where I last saw her. Seela frowns. Janna's a good fighter, even if she is green. She couldn't have become an Aldori otherwise. Hope that means she's alright. Okay, so let's work from there. There's this. This is probably gonna be a dialogue-heavy episode, let me tell you. Let's look at this Indara person. An imposing young Oread is surrounded by a crowd of crusaders who are hanging on to her every word. I hope this example clearly illustrates the difference between Justka legionnaires from the last war and the crusaders. The perfection of form and spirit they were imbued with during creation turned them into parts of a well-balanced war machine. Not a ragtag bunch of individuals, but a united whole. Now tell me again why I'm supposed to be impressed by your reckless assaults where everyone is fighting for their ego and for the right to beat their peers to a swift but pointless heroic sacrifice? Yeah. Some of the crusaders grumble unhappily, but it's clear they are captivated by the woman's words. The only exception is a scraggly and disheveled halfling monk whose puffy black eye gives him away as a brawler and a troublemaker. He enthusiastically pushes forward and tries to engage, but one of his friends swiftly jabs him in the back with an elbow, making the poor fellow pause to catch his breath. I will listen for now. One of the crusaders angrily curls his fist tightly and retorts with a burst of passion. If those gists of yours or whatever had come for us, we'd have their guts for garters. You think we've never fought a mighty adversary before? The soldier's stern facade cannot fully conceal his relish. He clearly plans to enjoy this confrontation. The crusaders around him look upon their exotic opponent with a mixture of irritation and piqued interest. The woman chuckles before cutting off her interlocutor? I've never run across that word. I would love to see you storm a 60-foot tall walking castle shaped like a gigantic elephant that carries siege fortifications on its back. And I'll have you know these fortifications were defended by just priest craftsmen armed with demon-bound war machines. Solid point. They use the enemies you can't defeat as mindless weapons. The woman gives the people around her a triumphant look and adjusts her clothes with pointed nonchalance. Her voice takes on a lecturer's tone. You should not argue with someone who happens to be the most authoritative researcher on the history of warfare 3,000 years before the foundation of Absalom. The woman looks at you and flashes an amused smile. The lecture is over. Do my esteemed listeners have any questions? Well, let's find out who she is first. I am Indara, a warrior, magus, and scholar of classical warfare from Garund. The woman peers at you apprehensively in sighs. I admit that I am mildly offended by the fact that my name is entirely unfamiliar to you, but I'm willing to accept that this is due to Aveston's isolation from a sophisticated culture of the world at large. Is that where we are? Okay, it's a continent that we're on. Most densely populated areas on the planet. Ah, the Stolen Lands, alright. Why'd you come here? To witness a legendary war, the confrontation between denizens of a plane famous for its love of violence and the crusaders from every continent, united by the common goal of defending their home. An epic struggle of colossal proportions that hasn't been particularly epic so far, truth be told. A dragon was decapitated. That was pretty... I feel like that fits into the epic category. The monk with a black eye grins and mutters under his breath. Maybe she just can't see it from here. The view will get way more epic if she stops hiding among us and takes a walk outside. The woman smirks contemptuously. She does not deem the monk's words worthy of comment. I don't know if the Crusaders are doing a commendable job. So I'm going to refrain from that. I will comment on her being knowledgeable about warfare, see if that gets us anywhere. Oh, am I hearing things, or did someone finally acknowledge my competence in the art of warfare? Perhaps there's a sufficiently open-minded person among the Crusaders after all. I find myself pleasantly surprised. Why don't you join the Crusaders and show them how fighting should be done? No. I'm a historian, an analyst, a theorist. Do you know what these three words have in common? They describe a mortal woman who does not participate in the conflict upon which her thesis will be founded, but then again, I will hardly be able to describe this mess as anything other than a feeble likeness of the last war of Justica. Okay, so she is literally an armchair general. That's fantastic. I love that. The monk with the damaged eye grins slyly and comments, "The more dangerous the upcoming scuffle is, the more motivated we are to find clever and pretty words to justify not actually doing the fighting." Oh, these two are going to be treated great. Now, let's... Yeah, don't treat them with disdain. Let's... A debate? Oh, I'll be happy to prove that the current conflict can't hold a candle to the last war of Justica. Look, it's not like... I was going to say it's not a competition, but war is literally a competition. Very well. The last war of Justica was waged using a significantly greater number of troops. Both sides actively relied on reinforcements from allied planes, and their strategic planning was perfected through no fewer than 7 rounds of intensive design. None of the above applies to this war of yours. Oh, I don't know what my modifiers are for this stuff. Why am I not allowed to look at that? I know my diplomacy is alright. I don't think we acknowledge world, we acknowledge religion. Compared to the Justica, we are but stone club wielding kobolds. I would like to conclude my thesis with a few words of wise counsel from Dagon, an advisor to the Pharaoh for forgotten plagues. I doubt you will comprehend the true genius of his statement, but here it is nevertheless. A gadfly sees the ox pays no heed to the gadfly, but crimson fever takes them both. Okay, that's easy enough to follow. Let's do a diplomacy attempt. God, said he, standing in the middle of a dingy tavern, and Dara graciously accepts the chuckling of her audience. One mustn't overestimate the importance of current events for world history. Should Canabras fall, it will become yet another page in the chronicles of the world-ruined conflict. Should it endure, it will be fortunate to earn any mention at all. Fine, let's give a wild roll for knowledge world. Of course. In Dara's eyes, what did I even say? The principles of war are always the same. Weapons, causes, and resources may change, but the foundations remain immutable. In Dara's eyes display frustration as she hears the audience, clearly impressed by your argument, murmuring approval. There is logic in your words, I give you that. Yes, the concept of war does not change, but the degree of sophistication in the methods that we use to destroy our foes. The woman stops, realizing her words, no matter how ostentatious she makes them, no longer have the power to captivate the audience. Did I just give her the war never changes bit? And Dara offers a pretentious dismissal. As a scholar, I can't deny that there is certain truth beneath your skeptical statements. History is a complex discipline rooted in fact, an evidentiary base that grows ever more meager the farther the described period is from the present moment. Boy, she's really trying hard. She's that person right now. Of course, if I were to argue, in bad faith, the way Crusaders embellish their tales of slaying a single Brimarack by adding a dozen Balors, for example, I could win this debate. But I am above such things, and therefore I am forced to admit that your skepticism is not entirely without merit. I'm sure you would be able to expound on your arguments in a longer discussion. Indara nods with obvious relief. I'm glad we both understand this limitation. It's always a pleasure to face a worthy opponent, even if the debate takes place in a grimy tavern. Perhaps especially because of that. Indara unbuckles her sword belt and hands you the weapon. This is a worthy blade. It will be of use not only for the strong, but also for the wise. Okay. And this is where I bid you farewell. Before the end of the day, I was planning to observe how winged demons use pack tactics to drive their prey like herds of livestock. It's about time I got back to my research. The hint of a smile graces Indara's lips when she sees disappointment in the eyes of many crusaders around her. Stay safe. Oh, gods forbid you use the door. Oh yeah, let me victory pose. Okay, so she gave us Blade of Jiska. Oh, that's Radiance. Masterwork Cold. Yeah, Sela should probably have that. Plus 1 glaive. I don't see it here. Not. Does it not have something? Log just go. Okay, it's a short sword. Answer plus 1 flaming. That's terrific. Oh, it must be this one right here. Okay. It's weird that it put like right in the middle inventory. This doesn't seem to be. Yeah, I don't know how it's organized. This 17 masterwork glaives. How was I carrying all of them? Nonsense. Oh, we are overloaded. That's how we're carrying them. It is a solid weapon, though, and we are proficient with it. Might be worth using for now instead of our fists. Because we get 2 attacks, but our fists suck. We like. Yeah, we're at plus 1 higher to hit. Only 1 attack, but 6 to 16 versus 4 to 9 with no enhancements. Yeah, we're gonna use this sword a little bit. Now, Radiance is currently just a Masterwork Cold Iron sword. Do you already have a Cold Iron? Yeah, but we're gonna give you Radiance because that's sort of more character themey. Oh, she can't use. I was hoping she could use the longsword. Oh, wait, no, her rapier is Cold Iron anyway. Yeah, we got a lot of Cold Iron stuff. It's almost like we're in an area that fights demons constantly. Okay, let's throw save in. As we have accomplished stuff. What's our current XP situation? Oh, we're about to level up. That's fantastic news. There's someone we should talk to. Oh god, we're just gonna spend forever here talking to people. Let's talk to Rathamus over here. A stout old man with a fuzzy gray beard mumbles a prayer. He looks as tired as everyone else in the tavern, but determination is stamped upon his haggard face. What can I do for you? Who's that boy with you? This one? Gado the shepherd, my apprentice. He's a smart boy, and his faith is strong. He serves Eristil, though, but there's still something he can learn from an old servant of Abadar. He'll be a great cleric when he gets a little older. Can I help next from you? Sell scrolls. I have a lot of them, something for every emergency. Second, while you're here in the tavern, I can read one for you. Guaranteed, no surprises. But you'd better not go into the city without a cleric. I won't be going there myself. I'm too old and my powers are needed here. Do you sell scrolls of, like, raised dead? Hey, look, scrolls of... Ooh, those are spendy. Oh god. 2 permanent negative levels when it's raised? We're talking like permanent or like restorationable permanent? Jesus Christ. Ooh, some AC items would be nice. That's cool. So yeah, there's stuff. There's stuff and things. A red cap. Okay, we're not gonna spend any money on scrolls and stuff yet. Gyado, okay. Something to talk to with Gyado. Who are you? A tall, athletic man greets you. His hair is prematurely gray and shorn close to his head in a military style. He is lean and well-groomed, and a monocle twinkles coldly in his eye. The bold set of his jaw and his large but agile frame attest that here is a man who is always ready to be on the move. Greetings, I'm Hylor, Venture Captain of the Pathfinder Society. Hylor, Helor? Again, no, I have no until someone enunciates it with a voice acting line, I just never know. I'm a superior officer among Pathfinders in this region of Mendev. However, the Society is running almost no operations here right now. Besides me, there are almost no Pathfinders here. Actually, I'm only stuck here because of an old feud with a demon worshipper known as the Spinner of Nightmares. I've had to work alone without the support of the Society, but I've made a lot of acquaintances among the local mercenaries and daring fighters. If you need any good fighters for an honest cause, talk to me. Oh, is this like a create custom companion? Ooh. I need to save before I try that out, because I want to see if this is a create your own companions system. Great, reinforcements have arrived. It is. I do like that a number of like classic style RPGs have kind of brought this in as a feature, because like No More Nights, you had single companion. It had to be one of the story ones. Like the original Baldur's Gate, the land was dotted with different companions you could get, and you could get the custom ones. Like if you did, as far as I remember, only if you did like the multiplayer and made a custom party. What was it when I saw this in? Pillars of Eternity, I think, also had it. It's just nice. It's nice to be able to just have your custom. You can even import a tabletop party or something. Yes, closing your face. Did that cost me? It did not. Cool. Okay. Is there anyone else? I think. I don't know how we get over there. Oh. Oddly enough, there's a door. Oh, this journal person. A young man in well-worn traveling clothes and a simple wooden symbol of Aristil on his chest is efficiently cutting a linen robe into strips to use as bandages. Despite his visible exhaustion, he works with zeal, singing some tune about red braids and ripe sheaves of wheat under his breath. He raises his warm chestnut-colored eyes to you. Are you one of the Crusaders? Thank you for defending those of us whose talents lie off the battlefield. I'm Jurna, servant of Aristil. Pleased to meet you. Are you from around here? No, I was just passing through Knabris. I was sailing down that old man of ours. Oh, the great Selen River, to a village by the name of Chili Creek. I happened to land in the city on the eve of the festival, and I'm ashamed to say I decided to stay for a day to enjoy myself. I ended up staying in the city longer than I'd bargained for. Oh god. What are you doing? I only took my holy orders recently, so my god has only bestowed a little of his power upon me as yet. I'm sorry to say that the number of wounded fighters in this tavern is far beyond my power to heal. There's a reason people say, have faith in the gods, but look to yourself first. I may not be able to help the wounded with magic, but I can at least cut up bandages. I could use the help of a cleric. Jurna makes a helpless gesture. Aristil knows I'd be glad to help you, but it's no use. My spells are depleted and I have no training in potions or scrolls. See this robe I'm cutting up for bandages? It's the second to last one. Alright, well, it was a pleasure to meet you. It's a pity we can't stop and talk over a cup of tea, or maybe something stronger, but this isn't the time. You know what's funny? I was only supposed to be making a short stop at Knabris. I was sailing. Yeah, I know that. Once we've held Knebris, I'll be going there. If by the grace of the good gods we all survive this, you should come and visit me sometime. You'll find the village here on the bank of the river. The priest marks Chili Creek on your map. Ba-da-bum. Ah yes, wait for the liberation of Knebris. I'll do that. So let's go check out the basement, I guess. See if there's anything cool down there. Oh, that looks like a possible companion.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna grab some stuff that could be handy. Don't mind me. Stick mold. Actually, wait, how much was that worth? 37. Yeah, I'll take that. Gotta raise funds for the war effort. I like this person. You look like a hidden door, but that could just be too much. It could be them video games talking and affecting my mind.
Hey,
Let's
Chief.
talk to him.
Hey, Dreamboat, come over here. I want to talk to you about something. Something really important.
Quit bothering the decent people in here, Woljif, or I'll knock your teeth out!
What's it to you, Delvin Dum-Dum? You were told to guard me, and I'm not stopping you. But no one told me I had to shut my trap.
Ah, yes. Why are you in chains?
Does it really matter? Don't get hung up on the past, Chief. Don't look to the future. Live in the here and now.
In the here and now, you're in chains.
He was caught thieving.
Woljif Jefto. I deal in useful things. I can get you whatever you want. Anything. But there's just one problem.
What do you want from me?
I'll lay it out for you. Simple job, 30 minutes tops. We go someplace, talk to someone, and in return, whatever you want, I'll get it for you. Some extra rations? No problem. Armor, weapons, scrolls, you name it. It's as good as yours. If you need my help with something, whistle and I'll be there. I'm handy enough with knives too, and even my magic know-how isn't too shabby.
What a load of guff! If you were good at magic, you wouldn't be stuck in here now, would you?
I am suddenly distracted by this rat losing its goddamn mind and not skipping cardio.
Don't you listen to him, Chief. He'd find fault with the Queen herself. I'll be useful to have in battle, and I'll sell whatever you want at a reasonable price. It's your lucky day. You won't meet another gem like me in Knabris.
What was the whole shadow trick?
Get me out of here and I'll tell you. And don't worry, it's not contagious.
That was a solid laugh. That laugh went on a journey.
That's easy. You know Irabeth? Feisty looking gal, always wears armor. You can't miss her. She's the meanest fighter in the whole city. When you see her, put in a good word for me, will ya? Tell her there's this guy Woljif locked up for no good reason in the Defender's Heart. Well, for the follies of his youth. And he really wants to get out on bail so he can keep up his good behavior and make a contribution to society. You got that? Will you do it?
Alright.
I knew I could count on you. Knew it the moment I laid eyes on you.
We'll see about. Actually, let's see if we can get some more information from Delvin first. Okay. Great. Good talk, Delvin. We'll see if we can make a respectable person out of him. Well, a socially accepted person out of him, at least. You're over here. It's slightly bothered me how Erebeth is definitely not Erebeth. Erebeth rubs her red and tired eyes. Any success? How is the city? Well, I haven't even looked at the city yet, but there's this tiefling I met. Erebeth shrugs scornfully. Uljif is a petty thief from a gang of thieflings operating in Kenebris. That's what we call them in these parts. They tried to rob a vendor of magical items recently. Unfortunately, we apprehended only one of them, and the rest managed to escape. We have nowhere else to keep him apart from the Defender's heart, but that's hardly a prison. Uljif knows it too. He's been begging us for days to let him go free or have someone vouch for him. He's already asked you to put a good word for him, hasn't he? Erebeth squints at you thoughtfully and shrugs. If you want to recruit Uljif and put him to good use, go ahead and take him off our guard's hands. We can ill afford to let soldiers spend their days watching over a middling thief. I hope the tiefling proves useful should you decide to take him along. Wow, that went really smoothly. Yeah, let's go get him.
Well, Chief, what do you got for me?
Come along.
You must be a smooth talker. Come on, Delvin. Get these bracelets of yours off me. I'm going free.
You're sure to regret this. This tiefling will fleece you for everything you've got. Mark my words.
We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and never regret it.
You're a bitter little man, Delvin. Petty and mean. You can't even be happy for me, can you? I pity you. I'll leave you alone with your sad little soul. So long. And now, Chief, straight down to business. You see, I'm one of those guys that people around here call thieflings. We just call ourselves the family. After we knocked over that shop and I got stuck here in the Defender's Heart, a little bird told me that big sister Charisme wanted to see me. That she had some questions to ask me. You following? Now, she won't be asking me questions like, Woljif, how'd you manage to get out of this one? Or, Woljif, you're so thin, didn't they feed you? No, something serious has gone down, and I just know they want to try to pin something on me. I can feel it in my tail. So, I knew right away that I couldn't go alone. You turned up just in time, Chief. You don't need to do anything when we get there. Just stand behind me and look mean, and I'll handle the rest. Somehow. Let's go, I'll show you the way.
Solid plan. So, Revik's thoughts here is, you know, maybe if we can get in with the thieflings, this family. Okay, hold on. Let me stop my thoughts. Well, okay. Well, this is not telling me anything. If we can get in with the family, these thieflings, maybe we can use them as like an information network. You know, give them a chance to, lawfully contribute in a time of crisis. And everything will go completely smoothly and there will be no downside. An Eldritch Scoundrel. That's a class. I wonder if we should give him this cool short sword. Well, we did just get him out of semi-jail, so maybe we shouldn't give him anything too valuable to start off with. Realistically. But he's on the list for owners of this cool sword we just got. I want to improve Revik's AC. I don't even remember. Did I get this and just forget about it and not equip it like an idiot? Because frankly, Revik could use the AC. This is a deflection bonus, so it should stack, because this is a luck bonus. It's a resistance bonus to saving throws. Is there AC? Where is our AC listed? Am I just blind? Ah, right there. Yeah, I am. I am just blind indeed. I was seeing like the saves, and I wasn't used to seeing like all the ACs listed together. Oh, because I have ward active. That's okay. We can put ward on someone else then. But Revik, we're just gonna buff Revik's AC. And I guess level him up over here. Yep, Scaled Fist Monk. We do our mobility, religion, and persuasion. Wait a second. The skill check earlier said diplomacy. Yeah, knowledge of the world is 0, and we passed that freaking test. Are you kidding me? DC 15, and we couldn't pull off the diplomacy one. It just figures. So we get a feat. Do we have a weapon focused unarmed strike? Did I get that? Didn't. Tempting. Line of fight could be handy. Could never go wrong with toughness. It's pummeling style again. Ah, yes, that's what lets you try and get past damage reduction. And our dragon style. Get 1.5 times strength bonus on the damage roll for the first unarmed strike on a given round. So that'd be like 4 or 5. Be able to hit more reliably, that would be nice. And it would let us get into... Actually, can we even get... like weapon spec? Like, what do we need for that? Okay, it does require fighter level 4 like D&D did. So that's probably not going to happen. I think we'll just be sticking straight monk. So we don't need to worry about that then. So give us, a +1. These other fun little things. Weapon focus mythic. Think I think we'll take deflect arrows because we are getting shot, but we're going to continue to be getting shot at by physical weapons. Can I just maintain a decent AC and not have to worry about that? Oh. Feet is always this whole thing. We're not going to do power attack because frankly Revik has not warranted it so far. We're doing toughness. We're gonna make Revik tougher because he needs hit points. All right, Draconic Heritage, silver was the way we were gonna go. Gives us cold, which I think they might like demons and stuff might resist armor for certain. But we're going for flavor. I mean, electricity definitely not a great idea. Yeah, we're gonna grab Silver Dragon Cold here. So we got 31 hit points now. And we can now make our unarmored attacks cold temporarily, I guess. Wow, I still have that, huh? Rad. Still got that for what, 5.5 hours? Can we cool it? Okay, Lon. You just keep doing your bow thing because it's awesome and you've been doing it really well. You choose to make once to gain +2 damage on all ranged damage rolls. Yeah, do it. Absolutely. Point Blank Master. You do not provoke when... Oh, that is terrific news. I really dig that. Point Blank Master. Choose one type of ranged weapon. Longbow. Let's see, I have here got Camellia. Spirit Hunter. Trickery. Let's get her some more perception as well. I could give her weapon focus rapier, I guess. What are their options? Not sure if she really needs any of this other stuff. Oh, Piranha Strike is like... I think we will give her weapon focus. Warrior Priest. Oh. It's because I don't really know what a Spirit Shaman needs. So I'm not really sure. I mean, you can't go wrong with dodge. Let's give her weapon focus for now, so she can try and hit stuff with that Cold Iron Rapier. Level up Sela. She has 1 point left. Just keep upping that athletics, trying to overcome your armor. And I want you... Well, you don't have dexterity for dodge, do you? That is a shame. Could have really done with some dodges. Missile shield? You know what? Oh, that becomes a ray shield. You get ray stats. Yeah. Let's make her able to actually like deflect missiles. Mercy? I don't know what these are. Ah. Hey. Take that one. Nauseated is brutal. Alright, I think we're finally ready to go back into town. I think we're set. Oh yeah, he's just hanging out there now. I will save. We'll head out. I assume it's gonna give me like a "who's coming with you" thing, or it's just automatically take. Okay, no, we're still in safety area. What's this? Ah. Okay, so we got the basement, exit, and exit. Well, oh, okay. These messages kind of go a little fast in terms of trying to like read it with the voice. Press the digit painter golem. Joran vein. Hey. A grizzled dwarf turns a blade in his calloused hands, carefully inspecting its edge. When he sees you approaching, he sets the blade aside and greets you with a nod. New face in the city. You picked a good time to come to Kenebris. As you can see, we're in sore need of warriors. Why do you have your forge here? Oh, actually, yeah, let's ask that first. Wherever I am, that's where my forge is. A true master of any craft will always find the tools they need. I miss my old forge, of course. It's now just a pile of charred stone and metal. But I've still got my hands, and that means I can work. Do you recognize this sword? Do I recognize it? Of course I do. I made this with my own hands. That's my brand, see? The dwarf carefully takes the sword in his hands, gazing at it like a doting father. Oh, Yaniel, things have been tough without you, but at least we've still got your sword. That's something. Joran returns the sword to you. In battle, ordinary swords get blunted. They break. But sometimes, a weapon can preserve. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm no authority on these things, but something like an echo of the deeds done with that weapon. Or more like the reflection of the wielder's soul? I don't know. I will say one thing. Take care of that sword. Yanel may no longer be with us, but the demons will still remember why they need to turn tail and run when they see radiance. Ugh, the stabber's all... The scabbard, yes. The scabbard's all worn. We can't be having a fine sword like this being carried around in this tatty thing. I'll make you a new one if you like. The city stands strong and both survive. Come see me again and I'll have it ready. No charge. What do you know what? Yeah, I just need to sell you a bunch of stuff. Like a bunch of stuff. We'll hold on to iron stuff. You know, for no particular reason. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to that. Because we can give it to, Wolf. I can't remember the other syllable. We're gonna hold on some composite longbows. We're gonna hold on to Marching Terror. So we're looking at making a nice chunk of change currently. Is there anything we need? That's cool. Fishing dagger. Ah, I see. That makes sense. And there's just a lot of just magic items here. +2 necrotic. We're not gonna worry too much about all the really cool stuff that's here. It's too early to make any commitments to spending a whole bunch on gear when we might just find stuff that's nice. So we'll just sell all that stuff. I should also sell this armor because it's super heavy. We just have like trinkets and stuff. Probably not going to be brewing a whole lot. I'm probably going to be doing scrolls and potions much, so we'll just sell some of this. I would like to get us down to a light encumbrance. You know what, we can go put some of this in our storage and not be dumb about it. Yep. One of that, put that in there, put that in there. Alright.
Can't make the demons wait.
Can't make the demons wait. I think we have effectively very much made the demons wait. I have spent so much time just in the tavern. Okay, so let's find out about this golem. Magnificent and glittering golem, encrusted with gems and covered in intricate flowery embossing, triumphantly exclaimed, "Happy to be of service. May Shalene brighten and vivify your day." Who are you? I am a prestidigitator golem. Many millennia ago, I was built by Aslanti clerics of Shalene, the goddess of beauty, to make the world a better place. In my joyful service, I have visited many lands, and for the past few centuries, I have resided at the Temple of the Sunrise Chrysanthemums in Shanjia. I may have butchered that. Then the good cleric saw fit to offer me as a gift to the Mendevian Crusaders, so that you could share in the beauty that I create. How'd you end up here? I was in the Tower of Strahd Museum, but then some not beautiful people came and started smashing everything. I asked them to show restraint, and that's when they decided to steal me. After all, I am beautiful and very valuable. They dragged me down the street, but I didn't want to go with them, so I kept stopping. Least beautiful of my kidnappers threw me over his shoulder and tried to run away with me, but I am very heavy, so his back made a very not beautiful crunching sound. He started yelling, and then everyone else started yelling, and some of that yelling was directed at me, and then they started hitting me with their not beautiful weapons, and some good crusaders drove them away and brought me here. And now I've been lumbered with you. Waste of good metal you are. And instead of working, I'm supposed to keep an eye on you so no one is tempted by the walking treasure trove. Can you do anything useful? My creators granted me the ability to place illusions on various items. I can change their color and texture to make them more beautiful and appealing to the eye. So I've made a cast an illusion over your armor to make it green. Green is a very pleasant color, and it would match your eyes. No, he's cosmetics golem, man. Okay. Let's go actually adventure. I did not organize my potions or anything at all. You're coming with me. Yeah, we want lawn. Yeah, that's right. I can just set the formation I want anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm too used to the older RPGs that don't have like the formations based on. This is the global map of City Canabras. So location might be available. Maybe talk about enemies while traveling. Now we have a calendar here, and I remember Kingmaker very much had time-sensitive stuff, so I imagine we'll see more of that. I wish you could zoom out more than this. There's all sorts of places to go already. And it sounds like there's more stuff to do after we save the city. So I think we will get... That's right, I still have the ward on me. We should fix that. I think we'll go and deal with the Thieflings first. What do the exclamation points mean? Like, just that I have a quest there? I'm going to choose to assume that's what it means, so we will go to the Thiefling. Actually, wait, no, I showed our companions. Okay. We... Don't ignore requests for your companions. Hey, what a coincidence. Oh wow, she's just right here. Oh, this... I'm sure this is fine. Let me just, yeah, we'll call it. That looks good. I'm sure this is fine. There's a lot of you here. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of the gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman, who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife, greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Wolgiv, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister Charisme. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next... Well, no, I was still in shackles, and I was being watched. And the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd been waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. If the neighbors called the guard, there was time to get away. But what happened? Bitch Irabeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who it was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Oh yeah, let me just talk law with this lady. I'm sure she'd love that. Wolgiv, tell us your side of the story. Charisme turns to you. He speaks. I thought Wolgiv only brought you so he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. Shouldn't south be capitalized there? I don't know. I guess it's not necessary. Oh. What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there, I mean. Wolgiv jerks his head toward the 5 tieflings kneeling by the wall. She rounds us up, and she says we've got a score. Ancestries and Wonders, the one place nobody's ever been able to hit, the place that's guarded by a golem. But now, a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession, along with a tip-off that the shop owner will be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves, or from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock. I remember clear as day. Sister Downa was on lookout. Brother Melroon had the scroll. Daffy, Tavi, and Varnir brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in a sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled on our table after it. Next thing I know, Irabeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth, and to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So, they caught you, poor thing. Stripped of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Charisme is pointedly polishing her knife. Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Wolgiv? What is the Moon of the Abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of Ancestries and Wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star, fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, a waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Philemon was so proud of that amulet, he used to say, "I'll never sell it, it's the jewel of my collection." Woljif sighs unhappily. I used to go there to see what kinds of treasures there were in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Kenebris. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you had the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you were always hanging around Ancestries and Wonders, drooling over the Moon of the Abyss. Do you think you could swipe in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Do you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free, and with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Why would Irabeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fellow, not an idiot. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the ceiling can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner? Moon of the Abyss is a pretty bauble to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You knew Irabeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Philemon. Are you giving Irabeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut of anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 Herods of Iomedae all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights will take bribes. I'm sorry to say, but Irabeth Tirabade isn't one of them. Seriously. Like, the Irabeth Tirabade / Erebeth, the Tilmarand is just... I hope it's intentional, otherwise it's just frustrating. Go on, Woljif. That's the whole sorry story. Woljif crossed his arms, looking affronted. Some family this turned out to be. Just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no Crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Kresme, I'll find it. And I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so you don't end up at the bottom of the ceiling. But do you know what you're going to owe me for that? An apology. Right here, in front of everyone, you're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, "Sorry, Woljif, you're a good guy and I was wrong about you." Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal, looking into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the family's come for you. You'll have no peace. One day, you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath. And that is when we'll get you. Got that? You have a way with words, Sister Kresme. A way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal, Irabeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking. Yeah. The city's burning. Can we talk about that? Kresme purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave, like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family, there's nothing worse than betrayal. And it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook, either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors... Let's just say I'll wish I was burning in Kenebris. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance until I find out who is the traitor here. No one is leaving. Alright, well, we'll find the traitor. And I'll get my apology. Onward to Irabeth, Chief. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Alright. So that was really more cordial than I was, expecting. Not because they're tieflings, but he seems like the kind of person that would cause a lot of trouble. Alright, so let's... I guess we'll delay saving the city to go talk to Irabeth about this amulet. Oh, well, I came in from the other way. That caught me off guard. I didn't consider that. Erebeth, people are stealing stuff. Alright, there's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who's your informant among the thieflings? Erebeth arches her brows in surprise. Canabras is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves. Erebeth sighs. Don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. How can you not see the value in getting a group of thieves to, like, owe you, even a little bit? I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handed me the note, and disappeared. Erebeth hesitates as she tries to remember. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, the long horns, didn't fit under it. Should be a guardian golem in Ancestries and Wonders, the shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Aurori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you'll get lucky with the golem. Aurori is God of Enlightenment, Self-Perfection, Knowledge, Healing, and Inner Strength. Okay. Let's go talk to a golem. Well, another golem. Talk to one, yes. Ancestries and Wonders, here we go. Ah. Could have saved.
First come, first serve.
Oh, just right here, huh? Well, let's test this new sword. Yeah.
Are you still here?
Nailed it. Oh, I forgot to give him the masterwork one. Crap. Alright, so Camille still gets a turn in before. Actually, yeah, we get all of our turns before they do anything.
Cover me, all right?
Ooh. Oh my god. Fooled you.
The spirits demand
You're
your
amazing.
blood.
Come on, Lon.
Crossed the wrong
Yeah. Oh, there's another thing over there. We are, what, 30 feet away if we go a relic. I'll just hang out. It'll come over here, it'll slap relic a little bit, and then we can... Hey, it missed!
Good guys always win.
Okay. I wish you wouldn't miss every time you said
Stab
that
or
relic.
zap you? Why
Relic.
not both?
I want to say relic. I did it.
Here we go.
Such Baldur's Gate vibes. Still haven't saved. No, yeah, no, this is the same one. It's throwing me off because I didn't see like the party there, but they weren't here when I.
Hello? Is anyone there? I can handle it.
I found something.
Pull me out. Hello? Free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is still foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will.
Oh.
That's right, Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Canabras, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn.
How'd you end up in the shop?
I've been waiting here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders, but it looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here.
Like, you know you're a weapon, right? This is like set to make me think that you don't know.
What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from, is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kelets of the Star Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began. But I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back.
Or maybe not.
Or did you mean to ask about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear, but what I am best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me Phantom Blades.
Why is it? Well, what's a Phantom Blade?
It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although, to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors.
Well, the city's under attack by demons.
What? The last thing I saw was some thieves breaking in here. And then the guards came, everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Canabras, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone. And besides, the more the merrier.
Sure.
I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word.
I do indeed have a unique companion. This is a special button in your inventory. Collect to start a dialogue with him or to change his form. To ship any weapon, and you can then give him to one of your characters in your party. No limitations to changing Finian's form. Finian will become more powerful as his personal story progresses. Okay, first off, I want to get you that Masterwork short sword. Yeah, +6 to attack. Yeah, +6/+6. Take it. Does he have Masterwork dagger? 6 to 9 damage when equipped, but the Masterwork short. Oh, can he apply his no? 6 to 9 would be 5. Yeah, okay, so he gets to apply his dexterity to his dagger attack, so it's really not worth having him use the short sword. Short sword, not finesse? No, they're both Masterwork finesse wielding. Is it like a feature he has? How do you work, sir? I would like to see all of your... Do I see all your information? Oh, there's the Finian button. Could turn him into a dagger. +1 cold iron ghost touch. Well, hell. Yeah. Let's pair these two together. I'm sure they won't cause any trouble for anyone.
Can't make the demons wait.
Sure, why not? We'll just take this demon heart. I wonder if this table or that table is the one that Woljif hid under.
Beautiful.
Formerly well-appointed shop now looks a sorry state. It has been completely ransacked. Lying in the corner next to a scorched wall are the soot-covered shards of a clay golem's head. Golem's eyes glow in the gloom. Master. Code word. Hand of Aurori. Code word. Correct. Golem's eyes glow brighter, awaiting orders. Tell me about the suspicious people. The golem was silent for a moment. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human, female, old. No male, old. Human, female. You'll be reeling off customers till nightfall. We need to ask in a different way. Were any of the suspicious people tieflings? The golem was silent for a while. Tieflings. 3. Tiefling male, middle-aged. Tiefling male, young. Tiefling female, young. What about the middle-aged tiefling? Medium height, long horns, medium length tail, eye color pale blue, skin color dark. Special observations, red hair. Why is that a special observation? You've got eye color, skin color, length of tail. Why is hair color a special observation? Oh, that's our trader. I'd bet your life on it. Resume drilled into our head that we wasn't to go hanging about the shop. Red hair? Got a couple of gingers, and plenty more who get it out of a bottle. So much for a special observation. Golems they know they're cracked up to be, eh? Maybe its master knows more. Describe the young male tiefling. Tiefling male, medium height, short horns curling backward, medium length tail, eye color yellow, hair color black. Special observations, annoyed master. Horns, hair, tail? That sounds like me, but it's not possible. I know what the security's like here. I didn't come near the place. I give you my word, Chief. No special observations. Subject was unremarkable. There, see? Can't have been me. Tiefling female. Above average height. Hair long, pale. Tail not observed. Long horns. Eye color blue. Special observations. Scar on nose. Baldric with gold stitching. I don't know that one. A new arrival, most likely. Gold stitching, eh? Wouldn't mind getting to know her a little better. Yeah. Great. Where is your master? Philemon Fuliatros, my master, is in his hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. 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 He likely holed himself up in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. Where's the basement? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. Okay, let's move you, I guess. Who's our... Lon's probably our best athletics. Right here. Yeah, it's gotta be Lon.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel better. The mongrel bigger.
Yeah, look at him posing.
Let's see what we can do.
The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, is curled up in the corner of the basement, shaking. Marauders, bandits, scavengers! Yeah, makes sense. We're all those things, and much, much more. Before you report us to the authorities, mind if we have a chat? Please calm down, no one's going to rob you. The gnome peers at you. You do look better dressed than local thieves and ragamuffins. You came here to tell me the nightmare's over? No, it's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back! The gnome notices Woljif, and his rounded face turns scarlet. You, Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief. You've been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. Gnome seems to settle slightly. My name's Philemon Fuliatros. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. Where were you the night of the robbery? Do you think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I'd left. The watch was very keen to get their hands on those thieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Galarian. So of course I did everything they said, and I've been stuck in this basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door, no matter how much I yelled at it. But then I thought it was all to the good. Somebody came by after the guards and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like mad, taking advantage of my absence. Don't have the tieflings have visited. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the city guard or the Eagle Watch. Chief, if he keeps sticking his heels in, just say the word. I know how to loosen his tongue. Let's not. I don't want to bluff. I suck at bluffing. Intimidating is just rude, and not how Revik is going to handle the situation. But we'll try. At least the bluff is non-confrontational. Oh my god. So they haven't got the tieflings? I thought the city's finest were on the job, and they... The gnome sighs. You can't rely on anyone. Ask your questions then, if it's so important. Tell me about Woljif. Solomon's face wrinkles in distaste. Woljif Jefto, right? Yes, I've known him a long time, but I'd rather not know him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating the place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the moon of the abyss. I'd chase him out, but he'd just slink back in again. If he was with the gang that robbed my shop, I'll bet anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who's got the moon. I want to see it return too, you get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it. What the red-haired tiefling? Philomon falls to thinking. A red-haired tiefling. I suppose, yes, there was one who came in, spent a long time looking around. He was a person of modest means, I could tell by his clothes, but he asked me to show him an Asmar-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing, and that put my mind at ease. I can't remember what he looked like. I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like he was freezing. That's all I have. Okay. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Go on, Chief. Back to Sister Kresme. So we go to have a good long shifty at all my brothers and put all these clues together. Something tells me our traitor isn't going to wriggle out of this one. Tell me about the woman. The woman scratched his chin. A tiefling woman. Ah, yes, I remember now. A noble lady. Unlike the tiefling ruffians we have around here, she purchased magical equipment for the crusade, and she promised to come again. If only all tieflings were like that, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. That is enough to help you catch the thieves, and I don't know what else to tell you. Now be on your way and leave me in peace with my wreck of a shop. Alright, we're not even going to look at what loot's in there. Or there. That's right. I'm willfully ignoring loot. Please. The door. Please. 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 Let's go. Well, the first thing we do when we get back out of the city is just collaborate with the tieflings. I mean, like, from what we heard, he's the most likely. But what if, like, we don't have a lot of evidence to go on? Kresme drums her fingers nervously on the handle of her blade. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name and the moon of the abyss that they stole. I don't need anything else. Take a good look at the suspects. The tieflings are tense and ready to reach for their weapons. The only redheads are Melrune and Doffy. The dark-skinned tieflings are Varnir, Doffy, and Melrune. Doffy, Melrune, and Tavi have straight horns, but Tavi's female. Only Varnir and Melrune have green cloaks. This middle school freaking logic puzzle. We're gonna give it okay, so now what accounts for longhorns? Like, his horns curl too much. I think from what we heard from Isabeth. Like, my first instinct is Melrune. I mean, like, if we're talking just like surface, simplest answer, it's Melrune, right? But if it's faked or something, then it would be him. So let's just try Melrune first. Let's see if this is a simple quest or not. You'll pay for this. Botiel and Hepzamira will get you in the end. Okay, well, I guess it was a simple. So then. Oh, he's throwing hands. I mean, at least he went out. Take away for question. Lady, you just about removed 8% of his chest cavity. Kresme looks weary, but her earlier tension is clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the Moon of the Abyss, and the best idea he could come up with was to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem. He betrayed us to Erebeth so that he could swipe the amulet into chaos. He thought we'd get nicked, and he'd slink off to meet up with his customer. You've got the Moon of the Abyss? Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said when he got to the window display, the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultists. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. What are you going to do now? Clear out of this place. The sooner the better. This city's dying. I don't want to die with it. This city would have already died if not for the people who stood up to defend it with weapons in their hands. So, defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city. But we've always been outsiders here. Why should we fight for you now? What are you going to do to the traitor? Kresme nonchalantly picks at her nails with her knife tip. He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on their farm, to think about what he did. Any more questions? I'm not even going to ask if I can join the family, because there's so many things that would go wrong there. Good decision. I don't plan to hang around long either. Kresme turns to leave. Sister! Woljif nervously bites his lip. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology. You promised to apologize to me, loudly, in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well? Ah, that. Kresme shrugs indifferently. So, sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you this time. Don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time that it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. That was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Kresme's eyes harden, but then she sighs. Alright, fine. I'm sorry, Woljif. Let's part on good terms. I don't think we need to push it any further. Woljif watches her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief, when you've got a spare minute, come see me. I have something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. Not sitting below ground when the building above is ready to crash down on our heads. Okay, now that we've done that, I think we'll go. Wow, that's all. Oh yeah, because we'd go all the way to like the gate, I guess. Yeah, we will go find the storyteller, or at least look into the storyteller. Jeff wants to talk. We do basically have to go buy it to get to the... We'll stop by and talk to Woljif real fast.
I can handle it.
Woljev, make this quick.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
Oh no. You've been searched by guards. How'd you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
Why is this so important?
Really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
You really have it this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
Why'd you steal it?
Why, he asks? It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My ma was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garen. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
Let's. I'm on the fence between like the good and lawful options here. Let's go with the good one. You deceive the people who consider you a friend. That's not the way you treat your friends.
Family, friends. You know, some people don't believe in gods, so gods don't exist for them. And I don't believe in family. All that heartwarming talk about sticking together. Ugh. People like to say those things, but when push comes to shove... Sister Charisme used to say that us tieflings were one family, and you see how that turned out. And did you hear that excuse for an apology? I did the right thing, and I was right to want to run when I just planned on stealing the Moon of the Abyss. Everything turned out as it should. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief, I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family, and well, I mean, we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables. So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
Alright. So, current side plan. Revik is gonna show Woljif that you can make friends you can depend on, and who don't try to stab you. Probably. Won't that be fun? And maybe we'll actually get around to dealing with demons in the city. Won't that be fun? Fun.